So I am not suggesting, I want to be very clear, I'm not suggesting or condoning that AI write your material. People, I guess, are afraid that that's what we mean when we say AI writing. I wouldn't suggest that you rely on your dog to babysit the kids. But dogs are fabulous additions to the family and the workspace, right? They're police dogs and fire dogs and companion dogs. AI is a lot like a dog, and you need to know how to train it, and you need to keep your eye on it. Don't let your dog write your novel. It's really that simple. This is an AI-enhanced writing process for all types of writers, screenwriters, novelists, technical, and even grant writers. By harnessing the power of AI, you will gain confidence, write faster, refine your style, and overcome obstacles like writer's block without losing your vision or your voice. So hello, I'm Dawn Spinella. I'm a screenwriter, a grant writer, a filmmaker, and a tech junkie. I built my first computer and taught myself nonlinear editing when Premiere Pro first came out. It was a game changer. I've watched tech change the film industry in almost no time. So let's get started. What is AI? Well, simply put, it's a technology designed to mimic certain aspects of human intelligence, like understanding language and generating text. AI is not here to replace your unique voice or expertise. Instead, think of it as an assistant, a sounding board, a co-creator, or editorial assistant. Basically, a resource that can help you tackle the more tedious and time-consuming aspects of your work. People worry that AI might unintentionally reproduce copyrighted or proprietary text. However, reputable AI models are designed to avoid outputting large verbatim chunks of text from trading data. It's going to be much easier for you to plagiarize than it is for AI. So before we dig into my favorite tools and discuss how to integrate them into your writing process, allow me to cover the basics. Artificial intelligence is just simply an algorithm trained on huge amounts of text. It's called a language model, and programmers use books, articles, and online forums to help the program analyze patterns in that data. So the model learns how words fit together naturally. As a writer, this means you can prompt a language model to generate anything from a plot summary to a how-to guide, and it will produce text that is convincingly human. So you may have also heard about training data. This is the backbone of AI models. Essentially, the quality, diversity, and breadth of the text the model is exposed to will influence the quality of its output. AI does have limitations. AI does not think and therefore does not understand text the way we do. AI relies on patterns and data, and it lacks real-world context. It is not creative. It relies on you to create the final output. By grasping the basics, you'll be better equipped to pick the right tool, interpret its output, and guide it toward the kind of writing that you want to create. AI is efficient. It's high quality content with very little cost. It continues to evolve, improving with experience and text. Industry leaders rely on it to improve their production and bottom line, and so should you. And it's a game changer for everyone, especially us, and it's not going away. Problem with AI is that it is only as good as the resources available to it and the prompts you write, which we'll go into later. The solution: use high quality AI tools, check the work, don't believe everything you read, be the parent, and write good prompts. Let's talk about some practical tools that will supercharge your writing and organization process, no matter what kind of work you do. In the creation tools, I'm looking at ChatGPT versus Gemini or Bard. And then in the creation and writing, Sudowrite versus Claude. Both of these, Chat and Gemini Bard, are versatile. They're easy to use. They have large language models that excel at brainstorming, generating outlines. They offer synonyms, adjectives, feedback. They provide alternate viewpoints. They expand information, offer first draft material, and so much more. Chat to me is the winner. The benefits here for writers is that, one, you can quickly overcome writer's block. You can jumpstart new projects, and you can experiment with different tones or styles. There is just no reason to stop working when you have something that is ready to give you feedback right now. In comparing the generating tools, Chat and Bard or Gemini, which Bard and Gemini is the same thing now. Chat, brainstorming ideas, generating initial drafts, summarizing research, suggesting outlines, often more flexible in creative writing contexts, and it's good at role-playing various writing styles. And for Chat, there's a free version and a paid version. Bard, very similar factual lookups, integrating with Google's search capabilities and delivering concise factual responses. There's no reason you can't use both and have Gemini working with your Google and use reference Chat for other purposes. Gemini is currently free and continuously evolving as Google refines its integration with search results. Of course, there's a paid version as well. As for the writing and creating, Chat can do this also, but Pseudo-Write was created for this, and it's strictly for fiction writers. So Pseudo-Write, specifically designed for fiction and creative writers, it does everything, suggests plot points, character details, it writes vivid descriptions. It really inspires creative elements, helps develop story arcs, and encourages experimentation with your narrative voice. Claude can do the same thing, but Pseudo-Write was strictly designed for it. Pseudo-Write, though, does have a larger learning curve. There's a lot going on in Pseudo-Write. Claude is closer to a Chat and allows you to experiment more. In comparing Pseudo-Write and Claude, again, Pseudo-Write is designed primarily for creative fiction writers, novelists, short story writers. It helps brainstorm, generate creative text, rewrite scenes. It will help you overcome writer's block. Its user interface and features are built around Storycraft. It is not free, so you will have to pay, and you pay for a word count. For Claude, again, it's a general purpose text generation by Anthropic, and it generates and refines text in different genres, fictional and nonfiction, but it is not marketed solely for fiction. It can address a wide range of tasks: summarization, technical, research-oriented, creative brainstorming. It's strong at iterative Q&A and refining text based on your feedback. It's paid per token, similar to other language models. All right, so let's talk about productivity tools. We're going to discuss productivity or organization with Notion and Google, and then editing and refinement with Grammarly and ProWriting Aid. With Notion and Google, these are both great AI assistants that work directly in your writing workflow, like note-taking, organization, super important. These help keep the research, brainstorming, and drafting in one place for better organization and productivity. And then in the editing and refinement, with advanced grammar and style checkers that go beyond basic spell check. I can't imagine anybody isn't using Grammarly at this point. These are both efficient, they eliminate errors, and they improve readability. However, they're not always right. Notion is a built-in workspace tool. It can help outline projects, summarize meeting notes, reorganize drafts, or generate ideas right where you store your research and drafts. Super nice. It has seamless integration with a platform designed for organization and workflow, and that makes it great for managing large writing projects or teams. It is free for personal use, but there are paid plans. Google AI Plus AI, whatever, look, it's already integrated into your Google Docs, and they continue to improve on everything. This continues, there's add-ons, Bard integration, and this can help you research right inside your Google workspace. It's a familiar environment, free for basic use, easy collaboration, and a huge ecosystem of tools. Google Workspace starts free with a Gmail account. Business plans with more advanced features start around $6 per month, and they continually improve and roll out new features. To me, hands down, no comparison. I love Google. It just works. So for refinement, Grammarly checks spelling, punctuation, style, and tone, provides clarity on suggestions and can integrate with browsers, Word, Google Docs, and email clients. Grammarly is okay. Sometimes if I have a large project that I want editing, I will pay for version for a month or two and use that. They also have like plagiarism check tools, but then I don't need it that often. So it's really for final steps in your project, right? And Grammarly is very user-friendly. It's good at spotting common errors, but it also suggests bad options and things that my human copy editors don't like. So I would be cautious about how I use it. There's a free version, of course, and then there's the paid version. Pro Writing Aid, it's similar. It has a style check, plus it has detailed reports on readability, pacing, and repeated words. It's kind of a more in-depth analysis tool. I haven't used Pro Writing Aid as much. I think that that's where I'll go next. I don't love Grammarly, so Pro Writing Aid's ideal for longer projects like novels or screenplays where you need to dig deep into the style and structure and watch for overused phrases. Pro Writing Aid, there is a free limited version, and of course, there's a paid version. You know what AI can offer. You might be wondering, how do I actually fold these tools into my writing process? So first, start small with low stakes tasks like brainstorming titles, generating character names. For a screenwriter, this might mean prompting the AI to suggest plot twists for Act 2. For a grant writer, you could ask for a summary of your proposal to see if it's landing as intended. The brainstorming possibilities are endless. You need to craft effective prompts to get the best from AI tools such as ChatGPT. Prompting is about striking the right balance between detail and creativity. A well-crafted prompt is like a compass. If your prompt is too vague, AI might produce overly broad or unhelpful text. If your prompt is too narrow, you can miss the creative sparks. By giving clear instructions while leaving room for originality, you invite AI to generate text that feels both focused and creatively inspired. And then you can get your hands on it and do what you want with it. Here's an example of a vague yet very simple prompt. Tell me a story. It spits out a story of about 220 words. Pretty simple and not horrible at all. It has a through line. It's about a little girl who is learning a lesson. I mean, this is a great story if you've got kids and somebody just wants a bedtime story and you need to spit something out. In fact, I have a friend who do that with their child. She wanted a story about one of her dolls, and they had ChatGPT write up a story, and then they had the story to read her, create for her, and give it to her special for her and her doll. I thought that was adorable. I have to say, not too shabby for a little story with no parameters. Let's say that I'm going to do something more in depth, and let's tell it, I'm writing a mystery novel set in Victorian London. Please suggest 3 possible suspects, each with a distinct motive related to stolen artifacts. So you see, I can take something I've already begun or that I'm working on specifically and start asking for information that I can fill things in on. Okay, and within 7 seconds, it tells me below are 3 possible suspects who each have a clear motive for selling or stealing valuable artifacts in the fog-shrouded alleys of Victorian London. All right, how fun. I was very general in my prompt, but that's what I wanted first. I wanted to see what it could come up with. I could also ask it to give me a list of 10 people, and I could take some of that information and condense it down, right? I don't have to stick with that one or those 3 people. I could take what chat wrote and use that to create other characters. Let's take a look at iterations. Use the iterative approach. We use AI suggestions as rough outlines, then refine with our own voice. And balance. So know when to lean on AI for efficiency and when to rely on your own creativity and expertise. Ultimately, you'll always rely on your own creativity and expertise. You can adopt a simple cycle like draft the prompt, then analyze AI's response, refine the prompt, and then repeat. Very simple. Each iteration reveals what works and what needs more clarity. So let's go for an example here. Let's do write me a fantasy story. That is so vague. Who knows what we're going to get? It already offers a few suggestions, right? So let's just leave it to its own devices, which is ridiculous and crazy, and I hope nobody does that except for the fun of it. So let's see. Took a few seconds. Oh no, I should have told it to do a certain number of words so it wouldn't go crazy. Oh my gosh. So here we go. Just write me a fantasy story. And it did. A captivating fantasy tale requires a vivid imagination and playful spirit. Okay, Silver Light of Ascora. A shadow summon. So it's following a structure. Mysterious allies, the Grain Realm, the Guardian and the Source, into the deep vaults, a renewed dawn, and then epilogue. Thank you. That's amazing. Oh my God, that's way too much. But let's say that this isn't where I wanted to go at all. Okay, I changed my command up, or my prompt up, to write a 300-word fantasy story about a lonely alchemist who discovers a magical formula in an abandoned library. Focus on their internal conflict and set in a mountainous winter setting. All right, so now I've got a specific iteration for this command. All right, let's see. Crafting the tale. So this is AI kind of talking to me, and this, I've just noticed it doing this, and I love it. I can carry on conversations with AI. It's very fun. So remember, I asked for 300 words, and here it is. It outlined all of this. It figured it all out. So now I could take one of these and say, let's switch that up, or let's change that, and it would give me a new iteration of this. It's really important to ask follow-up questions. You can treat AI like a very knowledgeable, helpful assistant. And after the prompts, if you're looking for information or it gives you something that interests you, ask clarifying prompts. For instance, in this story, AI suggested that the backstory was our alchemist was up here because she was healing over this guilt from her friend that was killed. Let's ask about that. Please, library. Yeah, let's see what AI has to say about that. She seeks redemption or a cure in the abandoned library, haunted by the guilt from her friend's death. Once an apprentice with a tragic past, seeking redemption or a cure in an abandoned library driven by internal conflict and guilt from a disastrous experience. Great. I always love internal issues, that conflict and guilt really drives your characters. Not always a recluse, nor did she always dwell among snow-capped peaks. In her youth, she studied under a renowned master alchemist in the bustling city of... Some nice backstory. I could keep going, right? For something that I like, I don't have to keep any of this. I can delete it. I can not use it. I can ask for more information.
Now you can probably see why prompts, iterations, experimenting, and combining answers and responses works so well. Let's talk quickly about your voice.
Your perspective is part of what makes your voice so unique, and that's what we're looking for. The way you put words together, the words that you use, the way you create the world, the way in which you present it, that's what matters. That's what we're looking for. Whether you're writing fiction or nonfiction, your unique viewpoint is what connects with the readers. And AI cannot replace your creativity or authenticity, but it can certainly help amplify it. So by mastering the art of prompt writing, you'll transform AI from a novelty into a powerful creative partner that helps you write faster, explore new ideas, and sharpen your craft without losing the personal touch that makes your writing uniquely yours. And finally, embrace the collaboration. By blending AI's efficiency with your own artistry, you become a stronger, more adaptable writer, ready to thrive in the evolving landscape of storytelling. I want to take a minute to look at the future of AI in writing and filmmaking because I'm an indie writer, screenwriter, filmmaker, grant writer, and these tools I've discovered are vitally important to me. We're seeing tools that can assist with everything from brainstorming to polishing final drafts, special effects for films, and so much more. This is a great time to start learning about AI and how you can benefit from it. It's also important to continue learning So new tools and features and updates appear daily. Staying curious and experimenting with different platforms will help you discover workflows that truly empower you. And you want to go deeper into using AI in your creation process. I'm working on my AI Enhanced Writers Masterclass. I am going to take you through the process of going from idea to outline, creating characters and character development, scene crafting and dialogue, revisions and editing. We're going to go into AI and feedback and getting feedback from others, pitching and marketing, so pitch decks, logline synopsis, and bonus material. I want to talk about cross-medium adaptation and how we can use AI to work with that. If you're curious about it when it comes out, just email me, ifaarevolution@gmail.com, and put in the subject line AI Masterclass. Thank you all. Go out there, get it done, play around, don't be afraid. Remember, the scariest moment is always just before you start.